Let's see here, 2 mainline Zelda games, a 3D and 2D Mario, the biggest Smash Bros ever, the revival of Kirby and Metroid, the savior of quarantine, Splatoon solidifying itself as one of Nintendo's biggest IPs, multiple console variations, a record-breaking Pokemon game, over 140 million units sold, and that's not even half of what the Switch has achieved. Yeah, I'd say it has a case. Nintendo has had some amazing eras in its time, from the industry-defining games of the N64, to the motion-controlled era of the Wii, and the handheld dominance of the DS. There's been no shortage of both innovation and success for this company's illustrious history. And through all the highs and, well, lows of Nintendo's offerings over the decades, there may be just one console that stands above the rest as the culmination of their ideas and IPs, the Nintendo Switch. So, was the Switch really Nintendo's best era? The metrics could certainly support this claim, as it's the third best-selling console of all time in its 7-year run, and second in Nintendo history, only behind the much more affordable DS, which would make it the top-selling home console they've made. Speaking of which, the innovation of being both at home and portable also makes it one of a kind, and this gimmick has been embraced by fans both casual and hardcore, as having the option for both has made gaming a much more flexible experience for the consumer. But as with every great console, it has to come with a great library of games, and the Switch has had no shortage of instant classics like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Smash Ultimate, and the legendary Ring Fit Adventure. But for me, it was those games in between the big flagships that really made the Switch library a fully fledged masterpiece. Luigi's Mansion 3, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Metroid Dread, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, these are all fantastic games that made the Switch experience one of the most memorable in my time as a gamer. Not to mention the remakes of Nintendo classics like Link's Awakening, Mario RPG, and Thousand Year Door, which brought back Nintendo nostalgia in the best way possible. My personal favorite of these non-flagship games was Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which I seriously consider one of the most underrated games ever made. This is one of my definitive Switch games, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Alright, I will admit the whole Rabbids part is an acquired taste. You know what, fuck you guys, this game is fantastic. Has there ever been a hype cycle as insane as Smash Ultimates? What other console can boast being home to this many iconic gaming characters? We have fucking Sephiroth and Steve in the same game. That will still continue to blow my mind forever. From Everyone Is Here through the Fighter's Pass, this was an all-time legendary run in gaming history. And then we got the Booster Course Pass, which was basically a brand new game's worth of tracks in Mario Kart 8, another hype time for Switch players. Also, let's not act like 3 new Zelda games and a remake on the same console isn't absolutely insane. You just never see stuff like that, but Nintendo pulled it off and it was amazing. Of course, the Switch isn't without its flaws, which definitely deserve to be pointed out. Joy-Con drift is just absolutely atrocious. That much is obvious, and it really will leave a nasty shit stain on the Switch's legacy for sure. And in terms of hardware, I don't think any other era has had a console be this grossly outclassed by its competitors. From 30 FPS locked gaming to the frame drops, it really did make the experience of certain games much less enjoyable at times. Even some flagship games didn't age too well. Pokemon is obviously the main example here, and it's been talked about so much at this point that I won't bother going into detail, but you guys all know the controversies surrounding modern Pokemon. And honestly, if it weren't for the fact that it came out during the pandemic, I think New Horizons would have been received very poorly. And even then, it definitely got a good amount of criticism from the community, even in its prime. You guys remember when the pandemic was driving people so insane that they were begging Nintendo to release Animal Crossing like 4 days early? Dearest Nintendo. Oh my god, dude. How could you not love the Switch era, man? This shit was too funny. And then there were just very Nintendo decisions as well, like making Mario 3D All-Stars a limited release, having the expansion pass be drip-fed with ROMs over the course of years, showing the Nintendo Switch Online trailer like 14 fucking times but never changing anything. Just really weird Nintendo things. Not to mention just some absolute duds like ARMS and Switch Sports. These fell off quicker than they arrived, it feels like. And I'm sorry, but I refuse to talk about or elaborate on this game. To me, it just doesn't even exist. Mario Strikers Battle League? Nope. La 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 la, can't hear you. La 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 la, can't hear you. So yeah, of course there's been both highs and lows during the Switch's life, But that's every console. And through it all, I would have to say that the Switch was my all-time favorite Nintendo era. From the innovation of the console, to the games, to the hype, and shared experiences in the community, I had so much fun during these years, and I'll cherish them for as long as I live. And while Nintendo had amazing eras like the Wii, the 64, and the DS, I think the Switch has risen above them all, and truly proven to be their magnum opus. And I cannot wait for the next console's life to begin, and to share it with you all. So, let me know in the comments if you agree that this was the best era in Nintendo's history, and feel free to share any personal memories you've had with the Switch. I really appreciate the support, guys. I'm falling in love with making content again, and I can't wait to keep going as we gear up for the Switch 2. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Deuces!
We call upon you during these unprecedented times to show the best in humanity. It may seem trivial to release Animal Crossing New Horizons just a few days early, but by doing so, you'll be providing a much-needed distraction to those self-isolating from the scary circumstances of the outside world.
This was less than a week into quarantine, by the way. You think Nintendo ever just saw this and laughed?